Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking the video. If you like the future content on here, whether it's fitness, food, our life in general, make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button. They're somewhere around this video. I'm actually Rosa, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about two things. One, my plant-based story, and two, 5 tips that I have used in these last year or so. So I call myself plant-based. I don't say vegan, I don't say vegetarian, all the other tarians and egans, and I do it so that I can be as correct as possible, because one thing, I'm still learning. I decided to go on this journey. It's been a year now, which I am so excited for, because I have not only learned so much on what to do, what not to do, I overall feel amazing. So I decided to keep on this. Originally, about 2 or 3 years ago, I was vegetarian, so I cut out the red meat, the pork, and stuff like that. I did poultry and eggs every once in a while, and cheese has to this day been my biggest vice. So, but last year, and getting married and being a newlywed and stuff, I fell back into how he eats, and he likes the pork pernil, pork chops, regular meat and stuff like that. But last year, in the beginning of the summer, I had big transitions. I had Kaylani, who went to visit her dad in Japan for the first time, and then Lee was gone because he had family stuff going on in Connecticut, and little Lee and Peyton were gone, and I was in the house by myself. And I just remember sitting down and watching different documentaries and stuff like that, watching Netflix basically to pass my time. And something, Fork Over Knives, just happened to have been one of the documentaries that pulled up, so I decided to watch it, and then I couldn't get myself to stop watching the rest of them. Originally, again, being vegetarian and stuff, that the way of eating had always, health-wise, made me feel better. So I always, fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, that's always made me feel the best versus eating, a meat-based diet. So I figured, I was like, well, let me just try it out. I'm by myself. I don't have my kids. I don't have, my husband here. So let me just see, how it works for me. And those couple weeks, I called my husband, and I was like, look, Lee, I'm getting ready to come home to Connecticut, and I'm not going to eat a lot of meat, so I hope you're okay. He ended up being super supportive of it, which was great. And I got to tell you, that's one of the biggest tips, is having the support system, especially if you decide whether it is vegetarian, vegan, or overall plant-based. Having the support system is amazing, and I had that from the jump, so it was great. I have done slip-ups throughout the year, because again, I didn't go cold turkey. That's gonna happen. People don't normally, if you do go cold turkey, awesome for you. That wasn't my case and stuff, and in fact, I'm still learning to this day. And I still have mess ups and stuff like that, and I've allowed myself time to learn, educate myself and whatnot. So it's been a year. What have I noticed? I realized that I continue to call myself plant-based because I still use, certain animal byproducts that I'm trying to weed out. I'm a part of Avocare. It's not a completely vegan-based company. And overall, the way that I eat, I stick to fruit, vegetables, nuts, beans, whole grains, and stuff like that. I love the way that it makes me feel. I feel literally at my best and my healthiest eating in this way. As far as Avocare, it has amazing plant-based options, which I truly, truly do appreciate, because I don't feel like I'm depriving myself, especially being a part of a company that pays me, and I love it. Let's see, what else have I noticed? It's been fun. I mean, my friends have been super supportive. A lot of people still actually don't know. So, when this video does go up on my Facebook or on my blog, there are going to be a couple people go, well, I actually didn't even know that about you. And it's because I don't normally talk about it. It's just kind of like, people don't talk about that they eat meat. So I didn't really go all the way about. Overall, I think that the reason why I'm plant-based is more so, don't get me wrong, I have been watching, when you watch the documentaries about the government and how they treat animals and all that kind of stuff, it's horrible. And that has also been a part of my journey where I've realized that certain things and certain foods that we bring into our house, how it's affecting our economy, how it's affecting how we, the government and whatnot. And I truly do. I love learning about that. I think that overall my plant-based journey has been more so about my health and how I can create longevity for my life. And that's just worked out for me. So let's talk about, I wrote my notes. I'm so proud of myself. The 5 ways to go plant-based. And these are just kind of my tips that I have used in this past year and what I've learned from watching YouTube videos, and I'll post a couple of my favorite YouTube videos below. But these are my 5 tips. I've summed them down. The first one is figure out why. First of all, what do you want? Do you want to go vegetarian? Do you want to be vegan, where you cut out absolutely everything and there's no animal byproducts, your makeup, your hair, what you wear and stuff? Do you want to just be what I like to call plant-based? Do you just want to eat fish? Figure out what it is that you're wanting to do and then why you're doing it. Are you doing it for the environment? Is this health-based? Did your doctor tell you that you needed to change things in your health and you figured that was the best way? Do you want to fix your skin? Going plant-based has been amazing on my skin. Always consult with your doctor and physician. I'm not a doctor or scientist. Thank God I don't have to be one. There's amazing people in their field. I don't have to do it. But always consult with your doctor, especially when you're wanting to change certain diets. So do your research. So what I did, I got online. I got on YouTube videos. Netflix became my best friend. And I took notes. I took notes along the way on things that I wanted to do, what I wanted to cut out, substitutions. Because for me, the hardest thing is cheese. That's the only thing that keeps me from being able to say that I completely have everything out and I've been super duper clean, is the cheese. I've yet to find a cheese that I personally like, unless you have to order it online. So definitely do your research. The next one. Transition gradually. Okay, so this is probably so super important because not many people can go cold turkey overnight. Some can. And I've watched videos where people were like, I went cold turkey, full, done, right? That wasn't me. And allow yourself to know that it is okay to transition gradually. So what do I mean? Start with meatless Mondays. So start your Mondays where you don't really have any meat. Look up recipes that are meatless, start vegetarian where you're slowly cutting out certain meats. One of the things that I did find was that when I started cutting out my meats completely, I would replace a lot of stuff with beans. And that's a great source of fiber, protein, what have it, all the nutrients that are in beans. But in the beginning, if you use too many, I found that I did get bloated. So that is one of the side effects. However, if you gradually, substitute stuff and stick to whole food, plant-based, so a lot of fruits, a lot of veggies, lots of water. Water became my key source, like 32 ounces before you even put food in your body. That's literally how I like to wake up, and that's literally how I feel my best. And the reason why is because when you're taking the meats out and you're putting in more fruits and vegetables, there's a lot of fiber, a lot of nutrients that you're just all of a sudden packing in your body, especially if you weren't doing a lot of it before. So one of my things that I noticed was that I got bloated a lot. So even in my gradual, transition, I didn't go completely cold turkey, but I did a lot of beans and a lot of greens, and then I felt myself super bloated. So definitely do it gradually, it creates a lasting effect. So definitely continue that gradual thing. Number 3, what do I say? Oh, eat the foods you like. Duh. So don't go if you don't like I don't like tofu. I've tried to like tofu this year. Unless it is blended up where I don't taste it at all, I have a hard time liking tofu. So definitely eat the foods that you like. I love burritos. I love making Buddha bowls. I love sandwiches, like veggie sandwiches. So I learned to do certain meals wrapped around that. I just posted a stir fry recipe tonight. I started remembering what kind of stuff did I like. Do I like Italian? Well, awesome. Pasta is amazing. You can throw vegetables and a homemade marinara sauce. Pizza, you can find plant-based options, right? I love pizza. That was one of the things that was hardest for me to give up, was finding a pizza that I would like. Thankfully in San Antonio, we have a lot of vegan restaurants, a lot of vegetarian restaurants, so you're not really without. Number 4, plan your meals and budget. So with any meal plan or whatnot, planning what you're going to eat not only is going to save you money, it's going to save you time, save you stress, and it'll keep you on track. So you definitely, with whatever that you're doing, a vegetarian, vegan, plant-based, whatnot, you definitely want to plan out your meals. Especially with the fruits, find the fruits and vegetables that are in season. It'll save you money. Find farmers markets, shop locally. That'll also save you some dimes. And definitely, write down what you're going to eat, your breakfast, your lunch, and dinner, and stick to a simple plan. Keep it so super simple and stick to that for a couple of weeks until you get used to cooking differently, until you get used to eating this certain way. Write out what you're doing and how it's making you feel and how much water you're getting in, and track how it's making you feel throughout the day. And having that stuff written down will make it a lot easier when you go back and reference it. So, and then number 5, allow yourself grace. This is probably the most important tip. Allow yourself grace. We are not perfect. By no means should anybody ever feel like they're being judged for making their lifestyle change. Things are going to happen. You'll have slip ups along the way. For me personally, I grew up as a meat eater. I have family that's meat, they eat meat, and there's nothing, I can't change them, and all I have to do is love them for that. And in reality, I'm doing this for my health. You know what I'm saying? And in return, hopefully I'll make an impact and my kids will see it. And, my husband, he eats plant-based options. It's amazing. He's able to put in a lot more greens, a lot more fruits into it. He drinks the smoothies that I do. And I love that. So allow yourself grace. Don't worry about what anybody else is thinking, what they're doing. It only matters what you're doing. And just know that this is a journey. If you're doing this for a diet, for a quick fix, to lose weight, whatnot, it's really not the route that you want to go. You want to figure out why you're doing this and know that when you do have the mess ups, it's okay. So that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.